These are the directions for the area dice game. Once you have watched this video, you may begin playing the game. You will need the following materials to play this game. You will need a partner. You and your partner will use the same game board, so you need one game board. You and your partner will also need a different colored pencil. You will also need a pair of dice. You can either use your virtual dice or grab 2 of the yellow dice provided for you. Your game will look a little bit different than mine because I'm playing mine on my device. You will play yours on the game board at your seat. Here's how to start. First, player 1 will roll 2 dice. As you can see, player 1 rolled a 5 and a 3. So with their red colored pencil, player 1 found their length was 5 and that their width was 3 because they rolled a 5 and a 3. So they traced down 5 and over 3 and traced all the way around the perimeter of their rectangle. Once they traced all the way around their rectangle, they recorded the dimensions of their rectangle. 5 for the length, 3 for the width. And then, once they recorded the dimensions, they calculated the area of their rectangle. Remember, you can either multiply to find your area, or you can count all of the squares inside. It's important that you record your multiplication sentence in the middle of your rectangle each time you make a new rectangle. So, once player 1 has had a turn, player 2 will roll the dice. As you can see, they rolled a 5 and a 5. So they made their rectangle 5 by 5, and they traced all the way around the perimeter, and then they calculated their area. Then it will go back to player 1. This time, player 1 rolled a 5 and a 1. They made their next rectangle right next to their old rectangle, and they will try and write their multiplication sentence inside of this tiny rectangle. It's very important each time you make your rectangle next to the last rectangle. You can do it over here or down here, but you have to connect all of your rectangles. The point of this game is to keep going back and forth and making more rectangles and calculating more areas until one player can no longer make any more rectangles. Once a player can no longer make any more rectangles, you see who has covered the most area and who has the largest area covered. This is what your game board may look like later on when you've played the game a few times right here. As you can see right now, it looks like the purple player is in the lead and they will keep going. Make sure that when you're working with your partner that you are double checking their work and making sure they're calculating the correct area as well.